Good morning, everyone. I guess we're ready to begin. So good morning and welcome to the Spiritual Diversity Conference. Let us first begin with acknowledging, appreciating, and respecting that we gather here on Mi'kmaq land. My name is Kim McCauley, and I'm your MC. As the coordinator of the Mount's Interfaith Peace and Friendship Center, I'd like to welcome you to the Mount. We're very happy to have you here, so please let us know if there's anything that you need to be more comfortable. Just a few announcements. The washrooms are located when you go out the door to the left, men and women washroom toward the end of the hall. Also the fire exits, one here and one here. And parking, if you didn't park at a metered place, we ask that you go out the door to the right to Everistus and get a parking pass from the security there. Perhaps you got that word at the registration desk. You can ask me about it if you have questions. So our conference is presented by the Rasoul Islamic Society, and I'd like to invite Taleb Abidali, Chair of the Planning Committee, to offer his remarks. Please, Taleb.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, I want just to welcome my brother, Imam Mustafa Al-Qazwini. He came early this morning and from Los Angeles, so long trip. And we tell him, welcome to Halifax. We have a small city, but it's a beautiful city and lovely people. And I want to thank my friend Robin. He worked so hard to let us reach this point and be all of us here. I want to start with a story. I read it and I love it. This story tells us, understand me before you judge me. A famous doctor, his name Teddy Studer. Teddy started his life, the starting was bad. He was in grade 5, and his teacher, Mrs. Thompson, came one day to the class and told all the students, I love you all. But deep inside, she said, except Teddy. But she cannot say it. The reason, because Teddy was a lazy student, always dirty. He never do his homework. So she has no good feeling to say Teddy is good, but she cannot show it. She starts feel glad when she give Teddy a lower marks, and she cannot say it, but she give him 5 or 4, and she feel deep inside she's happy because he deserve. She don't give it to him because he don't deserve it. No, he deserve it. He's not doing his job. One day, the principal gave all the file to each teacher to read their history. So she starts checking all those files, and she left Teddy's file, the last one, because she has no good feeling with Teddy. Finally, she opened the file for Teddy, and she read when he was in grade 1. The teacher wrote, Teddy is amazing student. She read it, she shocked. Teddy is amazing student. And Teddy do his homework always before anyone. And he is so smart. She shocked. Grade 2, the teacher says, Teddy, all the students around him, they love Teddy. And Teddy loved to make joking. Teddy, he never participate with anything. He's in grade 5. He never talk with his friend. He have no other friend. So she start thinking deep. But she write down, but Teddy start worry about his mom. Mom was sick. Grade 3, the teacher wrote, Teddy faced a big challenge. His dad passed away. And that changed Teddy's life. Teddy now not a same student like before. He tried to be a normal student, but he cannot. Even dad, he don't care about him. So that put him again in a bad situation. Grade 4, the teacher wrote, Teddy is an idiot student. When she wrote all those, she felt so bad because she don't understand this student. Who is he? Christmas time came, and you know, we always prepare the gift for our teachers, and Teddy prepared his gift. Teddy is a poor, and he wrapped it with a groceries, bag, not a fancy, wrapping, and he bring it, and all the students start laughing on Teddy because his package is not nice. But what she did, she went the first one, opened the gift for Teddy, and she said, wow, that's the best gift. And the student started stopping laughing. She opened it, she found the bracelet, has some stone, 3 of those stones fell down. She don't know where. And she found a small perfume, not full, has around a quarter of that. She put some from that perfume and she said, my God, beautiful. I love it. She started giving Teddy encouragement. That day, everyone left. Teddy stayed the last student. When she wanted to leave a class, he came to Mrs. Thompson. Told him, Mrs. Thompson, I smell my mom. My mom. My mom used this perfume last Christmas before she died. She hugged him. She started crying for 1 hour. But she started giving him encouragement and giving him a push to be back a normal student. That's Christmas time. In June, he became one of the higher students. He finished his elementary school and he went to high school. He sent a letter to his teacher, Mrs. Thompson. Mrs. Thompson, you are the best teacher I met in my life. I am one of the higher students in the high school. Another letter after 4 years, 6 years. Mr. Thompson, I finished my university. I'm a doctor now. But still, I never met a teacher like you. You are the best teacher I met in my life. After 4 years, she gets a letter, and the letter says, Mrs. Thompson, I want to invite you to my wedding. I met my partner, and I want you to sit in my mom's chair. She was so happy, and she went to the wedding party. When she went to the wedding party and the wedding started, he came close to her. He hugged her and told her, you let me be a doctor, and I get the honorary degrees because you let me feel, you believe me, and you let me do all those things. She told him, Dr. Teddy, you are wrong. I am not the best teacher. You teach me how I be a teacher. After I met you, I learned how I teach. I'm sorry because I don't treat you well. So, my friend, this story teaches us a good lesson. Before you judge me, understand me. From this story, we learn not to judge a people so quickly and to have more positive idea about each other. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family, has a famous saying where he say to give each other 70 excuses before we pass judgment. That means always think the best of each other and do not just assume that other people are bad or mean. This is a very important idea, especially today, because many people just use the media, like a TV or the radio, and decide to judge other people. Things like Muslims are terrorists. This story I told teach us not to be so quick to assume bad things about others, but instead find out, ask them a question, and then decide if we can apply this story to our life. And remember to give each other 70 excuses. We can live together in understanding and peace. We will measure our success here today by creating ideas and transferring these ideas into action. The main idea is to stay away from hatred. To do this, different group need to talk more and sit together more so that we can learn to live in peace and love. This is important in order to build our beautiful city and finally to build our country, Canada. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Taleb, for that beautiful story and beginning.